What's up, family? It's your girl D-Ray, the Divine Relationship Alchemist, helping you heal your relationship with self to heal your relationship with others. I am back. Okay, this video was for Wednesday subconscious mind reprogramming, but it had to come today on this Thursday. Let's get into it. This video was called The Alchemization of Low Vibrational Thought Forms, right? Meaning doing alchemy on your thought forms, or alchemy on your thought processes. First thing we got to talk about, what is a thought form? Thought forms are, energies that live in your auric field or in your thought patterns, all right? And when you give a whole bunch of emotions, whether high vibration or low vibration, this is what feeds those thought forms. If y'all haven't listened to myself and Dreamwise on creating magical entities on Love Live Life, go check that out, because a magical entity is actually a thought form, right? But a lot of the times we don't realize the thought forms that we've created in our regular everyday life. 717, that's my lucky time. So as spiritual beings, right, we have to start to come into awareness of these thought forms that we have. And so we're going to talk about doing the alchemy on those lower vibrational thought forms that we know are not serving us in a positive manner, right? So thought forms feed off of your thoughts. Thought forms feed off of your emotions, right? Thought forms can either be high vibration or low vibration. They can be working in your favor, or they can just be eating off of you, feeding off of you, right, in a lower vibrational manner. So it is essential in your spiritual journey to understand thought forms, to understand how they work, and to do alchemy on the ones that are no longer serving you. I've said this before in the past. We all have thought forms that's how our life is operated on, right? A thought form of mine, an energy of mine is, I have always been a winner. That's a thought form. It's a thought form that goes out in front of me and creates situations for me to win in. It's a thought form that always made me, great at playing volleyball, or great at coaching, or great at anything that I consciously put my mind to. That is a thought form, right? It just is. It's always been with me. So we have to grow in our awareness of the thought forms that we have, and recognize the ones that are no longer serving us, and recognize the ones that are serving us, and feed the ones that serve us with our high vibration emotions. All right. I'm looking at my book, so don't worry, because I wrote all of this down. Alchemy, right? So alchemy is transforming something from one thing to another. Specifically today, we're talking about changing low vibrational thought forms into high vibrational thought forms, into something that serves you magically, spiritually, beneficially. This is so important, y'all. You have to be able to do the alchemy on your thoughts, right? Because you may have a thought form of poverty, a thought form of lack, a thought form of a lack of love, self-love. These are all thought forms. Thought forms are what's creating your reality. Thought forms are the things that are lodged into your subconscious mind. All right, these are thought forms. And a part of this magical work that we are doing is transforming those thoughts, or doing alchemy on those thought forms, right? So that we create the reality that we want. If you have not seen on Love Live Life, myself, Dream Mook, and Travis Mages on the magical mind, you need to go check that out, because this video goes hand in hand with that. In order for you to do alchemy on those thought forms, you have to have a magical mind. You have to have a creative mind, right? Once you get into this spiritual work, your subconscious mind is aware that you are wanting to change, you're wanting to grow, you're wanting to evolve. So it's open to receiving all the new information that you give it, right? So with that being said, know and understand that you can do alchemy, the alchemization of these low vibrational thought forms, or of the thought forms that just do not serve you. For example, I was experiencing a thought form or a fear of cancer, right? This is a vulnerability moment for y'all, right? Like, somebody that I know very well, somebody that I love with my whole heart, such an important person in my life, came out and told us that she had cancer. That was hard. And it was very close, hit me in the heart, right? I ran into an old friend that I used to work with, found out that his son died from cancer. So these are just the little things that were happening kind of back to back that had cancer in my mind, right? And so the problem with that is that I started to feel this negative, lower vibration emotion about it, right? And so whenever you feed a thought with so much emotion, it's like, oh, you want more of me. Oh, and this is in everything. So if you have a positive vibration, if you have a positive emotion towards a thought, that it will come back to you as well. So everything, these thought forms are charged with emotion, period. Whether the emotion is low vibration or high vibration, you charge these thought forms, you feed these thought forms with emotion. And if you don't address them, they get on a loop, right? And when they're on the loop, when they keep coming back, that is a sign that lets you know that that thought is in your subconscious mind and you have to do something about it in order for you to either make it manifest or in order for you to create a new reality and ensure that that thing doesn't manifest, right? So I was having thoughts of cancer because people that are close to me had just told me that they had cancer, and then somebody had just made the transition from cancer. And then let's just be honest, it's all over the news, it's all over media, Real Housewives of Atlanta, Greg with cancer, you know, it was just everywhere. You riding down the highway, you see cancer. So that's another thing. Whenever you are manifesting something, or whenever something is coming into your, like we said on Magical Mind, selective hearing, selective seeing, selective feeling, right? Whenever these things continue to pop up, you have to address it, right? In manifesting, if you want to manifest something, you want to be only seeing that, only hearing that, only feeling that, right? When that starts to happen, that's what lets you know that that thing is coming towards you quickly, right? So I realized, like, wow, this cancer stuff must be really playing with me, really playing with my mind, and really be lodged in my emotions. It's a real fear. And it wasn't the fear of cancer per se. It's beneath that was the fear of not being here to love on my children, not being here to love on my love dream, just not being here in this physical body, embracing them, loving them, and experiencing them. That was actually the fear. But moving on. So I realized this, and I was like, hold on. If a thought is taunting you, if a thought is making you feel some type of way, that is a sign that is low vibration. That is a sign that it is something that you need to deal with, something that you need to address, something that you need to let go of, you know, so that you could, you know, transform and be your best self, right? We have to take control over these thoughts. So I was like, okay, hell no. We not manifesting that. That is not my truth. That is not my reality. And you got to go. So how did I do alchemy on this thought form? How did I transform it? Well, first of all, y'all, you got to understand that your spirit is always sending you. And I'm so grateful for spirit, right? For my higher self, for my soul. Two different. I'm just grateful. You got to know the spirit is always sending you downloads, information on how you can be improving and being a better person. This is a science, right? So yes, it came to me by way of a thought form of fear of cancer, but this is a life science. This is a magical science, doing alchemy on your thoughts. So that's how I want y'all to think about this. Don't just think about this just for low vibrational thoughts or just one way of doing it. This is alchemy, period. And this is how we manifest. This is not how we live magically. This is how we tap into the God within, right? So spirit was like, you know, there's something that you can do about this. You don't have to keep this thought. And then so it channeled to me, oh, I need to be tapping deeper into the Cancerian zodiac energy. Follow me here, right? So I was having a thought form of cancer, a fear of cancer, right? And then my spirit said, you can transform that by tapping into the Cancer energy of the zodiac, right? The crab, okay? Spirit is always going to tell you how to deal with stuff. You have to be open and receptive to how to receive it into the messages that it sends you. All right, so I'm like, okay, let me look at my natal chart. I looked at my natal chart and saw where Cancer was in my natal chart. It was in my 7th house, which is of marriage, which is of family, which is of all of that good stuff like that. It's of relationships, it's of family, it's of marriage, it's of contracts, right? And then I researched the Cancer energy, which is a family-oriented energy, which is a love, relationship, sexual energy, right? So then Spirit channeled to me, you're the great mother. That's a part of your energy, right? So I was like, oh. So really, I had this fear thought form to transcend and transform me into knowing and understanding a part of who I am. The great mother. All about family, all about marriage, all about life, all about relationships. I am the relationship alchemist, right? Now I'm telling you how to do alchemy because the most important relationship is the relationship that you have with yourself first. And understanding thought forms and doing alchemy on thought forms is improving your relationship with yourself. Not judging yourself, not self-sabotaging yourself, which is actually how illness, cancer actually manifests. Is by self-sabotage, right? It's like you're punishing yourself for past mistakes that you've made. So it's a whole bunch of healing work, right? But I tapped in and I understood that I have the Cancerian energy in my chart. I am the great mother. I am all for relationships, for marriage, and that's what I do. Y'all, I also relationship counsel. I am a couples counselor. That's what I do. All right. So I was able to alchemize that thought form and transform it into what I need it to be, which is an emphasis on my energy as a great mother, as a great lover, as a great relationship coach. All right. So that's how you do that alchemy. So you have to find the connection between the thought form and actually what you want to manifest and what you want to be. It does not stop there. Once you find that out, the next thing is connecting your emotions to it. So what ended up happening is when I have a thought of cancer, or when I see anything about cancer, because the shit is just out there. You're going to see a billboard, MD Anderson, right? When I see that, instead of feeling like, damn, and letting my heart get all anxiety and fearful, now I transform the emotion and I make myself feel the feeling of love. What does it actually feel like to be the great mother? What does it actually feel like to have great relationships? What does it actually feel like to have a great, healthy marriage, right? A healthy, sacred union. What does that feel like? So whenever I would see it or I would hear it or I would even think of it, now I feel that feeling of love. I feel the feeling of love and I visualize my family and I visualize myself there with my family and I just visualize all the things that I love and appreciate about myself and about my family. I feel the love, right? Emotion is what fuels the thought forms. So taking away the fear and putting in love, that thought form is still being fueled, but now it's being fueled from a different place. Now it's being fueled and it goes out and it does a different work. This is how we do alchemy of thought forms, right? This is how we alchemically change a thought form that begins as low vibration and we transform it to high vibration by way of our emotions and finding a connection, understanding why that thought form even came up and how can I transform this thought form to serve me? All right? Because these are energies, these are entities. Whether you like it or not, they are going to serve you. They are going to do work on your behalf. All right? And so you want to give it a new direction. So instead of thinking cancer, illness, sickness, death, I gave it a new direction: cancer, family, marriage, relationships, sexuality, sensuality. I gave it that new direction and I gave it the emotion for that new direction, right? This is how we do alchemy of the thought, y'all. You have to figure out where the thought form originated from. How did you even pick it up? You find a connection to what you actually want to manifest, who you actually want to be, what you actually want to experience, how you want this entity of a thought that lives in your auric field How do you want that entity to go out and work on your behalf? You give it the accompanying emotions. You got to emote. You got to feel it. 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 And you got to be consistent. You got to do that over and over and over again. That thought form will transform. It will. Period. This is how you do alchemy of low vibrational thought forms. Let me make sure I ain't miss nothing. That's it, y'all. Remain in high vibration. Remain in high vibration. Follow me, subscribe, and like on my YouTube page, Divine Relationship Alchemy. Join my page on Facebook. It's D-Ray, D-R-A. Check out my website, relationshipalchemy.org. All of these links will be in the description. I do readings now, okay? I do readings now. If you want to kind of see how I read, go check out some live streams with my Love Dream Wise on Love Live Life. You'll kind of see how we do it. Check out my website if you want a reading, a consultation, or a coaching session. Peace. Love y'all. Peace. I don't know why I did that, but I'm going to just say it's the power of 3. Mother, father, child. Ain't nothing coincidence.